Some of you guys don't get the point. And that's not even an insult. It's the actual problem. Because after reading through hundreds of comments, I have noticed something way more interesting than disagreement. We're not arguing about the same thing. We're all talking about Hunt Showdown, the game we all love, but somehow about completely different problems. This isn't a you're wrong, I'm right type of video. It's about misconceptions. Because most of the frustration around Hunt Showdown doesn't come from the game itself. It comes from people mixing up completely different things and throwing them into one argument. And once that happens, no one understands each other anymore.
Bro, my game runs perfectly. I have 0 bugs. So what are you complaining about? Sounds like your PC is bad.
Exactly. And that is actually one of the biggest misconceptions. Because Hunt Showdown right now has a split experience problem. For some players, it's smooth performance, no crashes, and everything just feels fine.
All of this just works. It's not, I'm not kidding.
And on the other hand, you have players who have constant stutters, crashes, and performance issues after every update.
Sometimes it doesn't just work.
Same game, but completely different realities. So when someone says, I don't have issues, that doesn't disprove anything. And actually, I did some digging and I think I found out why we have such split experiences. But that's something we'll come back to at the end of this video.
Yeah, but a lot of this is just people hating. Every game gets hate. Hunt is actually fine.
That's true. There is a lot of dumb hate. People who complain just to complain. You see it everywhere. Just look at the comment section of my positive videos about the game. But here's the problem. When that noise gets too loud, valid criticism gets grouped into the same category. So now you have people with real issues getting dismissed as just haters. And that just kills any meaningful discussion. Because now the conversation isn't about how do we fix that problem, but rather about defending identities.
Come on, the devs are trying. Mistakes happen, that's normal.
Yes, mistakes are completely normal. I'm not free of this one either. Just look at the first video I released on this channel, man. But repeating the same issues over and over again, that is not just a mistake anymore. That's a pattern. And in development, patterns are what you're supposed to solve with proper processes. Unit testing, risk management, stable systems. At that point, it's not about blaming individual devs, but about how problems are handled systemically.
See, that's why console is better. PC players always complain.
Are we seriously still doing this? This argument is like 20 years old and it just completely misses the point. Because this isn't about platform wars. It's about inconsistencies. And interestingly enough, that's where things actually get quite interesting. Because remember earlier when I said there might be a reason for the split experience? Here's what I found out. If you look at the player reports closely, there's a pattern. A lot of people who report fewer issues are running AMD hardware, and consoles exclusively run on AMD hardware. Now, this isn't officially confirmed, but if my observation is partially correct, then we're looking at something much bigger. The game doesn't behave consistently across hardware, which would explain why you have people who have no problems whatsoever, and on the other hand, people who cannot even launch the game. And the best thing, this is not a player issue, which is one more reason why we should stick together with this one.
Yeah, but why should I care? My game works, not my problem.
That mindset is extremely dangerous because Hunt Showdown has one of the most unique communities out there. Players teaming up mid-match, talking to each other, creating moments that stick with you forever. That only works because the community is so strong. But if players start ignoring each other's problems, that community feeling I just talked about completely breaks. And once that happens, you don't just lose performance, you lose what made this game special to begin with. By the way, if you enjoy short, high-density analysis like this one, focus on why games feel great and when they fall apart. That's exactly what this channel does. Subscribing makes sense. So no, this video isn't about hate. And it's also not about defending this game either. It's about understanding why we talk past each other. Because once you fix that, you don't just improve the discussion, you actually start fixing the real problem.